Hello, everyone. Happy Monday to you. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I did have a wonderful weekend. It was my husband and I's anniversary. And so we were able to celebrate that. And it was also my mom and stepfather's anniversary on Friday. So they also celebrated too. So happy anniversary to us and anyone else who may be celebrating a birthday or anniversary. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, and any other celebrations that are going on in your life. I pray that God bless them. I wanted to do a video about what is a good friend and are you a good friend? Are we a good friend? And what the Bible has to say about friendship. So I'm going to go first into a couple verses about what the Bible warns us about people, okay, or friends. So the first one is 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals, okay, or corrupts good character. So we can find ourselves slowly being integrated into a friendship, a new friendship that can corrupt our good morals. It can start off where it's like barely perceptible, but then we begin to have the same thinking or adopt the same mannerisms or the same type of attributes and slowly erode our good character or good morals. So we really need to be on point about that and recognize that if there is someone, not just an acquaintance, but like a real friend that we are really involved with and they are actually corrupt and they're ruining our character, we really shouldn't be friends with them because it is to the demise of our own spiritual walk and our own walk with God and really setting us up for a snare of problems occurring in our life. I have seen this, in various lives, my own when I was young, with current family members now. I've even seen this with my children as they were growing up. And so bad company corrupts good character. And we need to be really honest with ourselves and frank about that. Even though it's hard to get rid of a friend sometimes, we really need to take an assessment about our demise of our character. And then it says in Proverbs 13:20, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. We can't think that we can escape, being associated with someone like that and then not think it's eventually going to rub off on us. And then the last one I'll read about that, it says, make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Proverbs 22:24 through 25. And, that is so true. It is that we can become so involved with someone that we begin to adopt their characteristics, their language, their mannerisms, their ideas, and so forth. And if they're a detriment to us and our spiritual walk, with the Lord or others, we need to get rid of them out of our lives. Now, the Bible has this to say in Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 10. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. So God does not want us to be alone. In fact, it talks about that in Genesis, and that's one reason the Lord made Adam a wife, okay? And even in friendships, it's good to have friendships. It's good to have people to talk to, communicate, and socialize with. It's good to have a good support system, and especially fellow Christians, okay? And then here's some ideas of what a good friend is. Proverbs 18:24. A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. We can all have a lot of acquaintances or even friends. But the one that sticks closer than a brother, that's the true friend. That's the one who we really need to put, most of our effort into, and our thanksgiving is that one that sticks closer than a brother. Also, Proverbs 27:17 says, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. So friends are people that we can sharpen each other. We can run ideas and problems and cares and concerns and joys and happinesses through each other and encourage one another. Give feedback, okay? And also, another thing that is really important is one that tells you the truth. And so it says, oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel. So a good friend is going to tell you the truth. If you're doing something that is going to mess your life up, they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to warn you. They're going to be closer than a brother to know that this is a bad idea and warn you. Also, it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, therefore encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. And that's another reason for friends, is encouraging one another through all areas of life and building one another up. If you've got a friend that's constantly in competition with you, or beating you down, or discouraging you, or those types of things, that's not a good friend. A good friend is closer than a brother and wants the best for you, loves you through good and bad, and encourages you and builds you up and tells you the truth. And so then it says in Proverbs 27:6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, and profuse are the kisses of an enemy. So enemies will really tell you anything they want you to hear. Regardless of whether it's ruining your life, they want you to go along exactly with what their lifestyle is. Well, faithful are the wounds of a friend. Sometimes friends criticism of us that are valid, or whatever they say may wound us, but they're doing it for our benefit. So we need to look at that and really take stock of what they're saying and ask the Lord to reveal, is this true? And if it is true, to repent of it and take stock of what that person says. And then it says, a dishonest man spreads strife. A whisperer separates close friends. Proverbs 16:28. We also and our friends need not to spread each other's business. So if someone has told us something in confidentiality, we need not to whisper it or spread strife through drama. We need to keep it close to our hearts and respect that person's secret and, or their, innermost confidence to us. Obviously, if it's something terrible and criminal, then that would be a different matter. I'm just talking about just general confidences, that someone's going to share. We need to be careful with the things that are shared with us and be honoring to that person. And then also, I will do two more, Hebrews 10:24 through 25. And let us consider how to stir one another up for love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as in the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. And this is specifically for Christians, and it's talking about meeting with one another, a church attendance, a Bible attendance, so forth. But looking at it even from a friend, when we really don't set time aside for a friend, a relationship's going to break down. The same with God. If we don't set time aside with the Lord, that relationship's going to break down. And leaving it on this very last thought, John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends, and that is Jesus Christ. We know if a friend were to die for us, what a friend is that? And we have that friend in Jesus. That is exactly what he's done. So our relationship with him should be first priority. Anything getting in front of that relationship needs to be set aside and put behind it. And taking the example of Jesus Christ, he wanted the best for his disciple friends, the people gathered around him, and he also gave them honest critique about their lives, rebuked them, encouraged them. He is the epitome of a friend. So the question for all of us is, are we good friends? I hope this has been food for thought for you, and I hope that you have a blessed day.